it's hard for the you know. Well, I'm not blaming anybody. I mean, it's a hard situation all the way around. It's hard for the for everybody involved. I mean, the ICE agent, at first I didn't see the footage where he was actually he was actually being ran. I mean, I seen the bump of the car hitting his legs, and so in a in a flash like that, it's hard to say how you would react. From my understanding, that he had been through that before, maybe dragged or something, and so. Like I said, it's just a hard situation for everybody. Becca, it's she's a great person as well. I mean, I don't have any many enemies. I love everybody, and that's what the Bible tells us: love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But I think there's some bad choices, and the word says, "For the wrath of God will come upon the children of disobedience." And it's I don't blame Ice, I don't blame Rebecca, I don't blame Renee. I just wish that if for what I don't think she would have been there.
Hello and welcome back to Trigger Smart. What happened in this specific case is not much different than any other case where there's a vehicle that might pose a threat in their mind, right? So let's continue forward. Now, this is going to be from the original angle. This is the video that went out that everyone said that nothing happened, right? So as we move forward, you can clearly hear him say, "Get out of the effing car." And this is after her and her wife had basically been messing with them. Renee Good was blocking these lanes of traffic and basically obstructing their operation, right? Which is illegal. So think what you might about ICE, whatever side you're on. She was purposefully in the way and purposefully causing problems. And her wife were being verbally aggressive, right? So he goes up, tries to open her door. But what I want you to pay attention to is right now, that other ICE officer, the other ICE officer is not in front of her. That's important. The other ICE officer is not in front of her vehicle at this moment, okay? Because people are like, well, if he's going to stand in front of the car, he's going to get hit, okay? Well, he's not standing in front of the car right now, right? He's over here. He's off to the right. Now watch what she does. And brings him in front of her vehicle. Okay. That's important. So she has backed up now and put that ICE officer in front of her vehicle. Previously, he was not. He was on the side of her vehicle, right? He was to her right. So now as we keep going forward. So the officer is just sitting there filming right now. He has his phone. Okay. The next detail is I want you to watch this tire. Okay. So a lot of people are saying that she was not a danger to him. She was just simply going to turn her tires to the right and she was going to leave. Okay. This is after she has already done, in their mind, criminal activity. She's already blocked the road. She's already been doing this protest and obstructing their operation. Okay. So as we go through, you see this tire spinning. Watch. The tire's spinning. Okay. And I'll play it a little bit faster too here in a minute. But now remember where the ICE officer is. He's right in front of her now, right? So between the back of her vehicle and the front of her vehicle, he's almost right in the front, right? She is putting her foot on the gas. That wheel is spinning. Okay. That wheel's spinning, and you can also hear the engine rev up if you're these two officers. As that's spinning, she's moving towards that officer. Okay. She has not turned to the right yet. For the people that say she's turning to the right and going around him and all that stuff, okay? She's going straight out the officer and her wheel's spinning and he can hear the engine revving, all right? So as we're going through, now the vehicle's already moving towards him, okay? You see the wheel spin out, okay? And now it's moving towards that officer. He goes to draw. Her front wheel is still not to the right. Her wheel is not going around him. At this point, when he draws his weapon, he hasn't even drawn his weapon yet. He's just reaching for his weapon. The vehicle's pointing straight at him. He can't see the wheels, most likely, but the wheel just spun out. Like she basically tried to gun it, and I'll prove that here in a second. And then he's standing there, getting ready to draw. We keep going. The vehicle's already moving towards him. This front wheel is still not to the right. Right? The vehicle's still facing straight forward. His gun's almost out. As we move, you can see this wheel spinning as well. Clearly, she is moving directly at him. This whole vehicle is pointing at him, and she's already starting to speed up. And it looked like she tried to gun it based on that front wheel spinning out, right? Traction control and all that stuff made it so she couldn't because it's on ice, but ice on the ground. No pun intended again. She's moved a few feet already. Now her wheel is to the right, okay? Right about there. That's when it's to the right, okay? So right here, you can see the roundness of the tire. She's already moved a few feet by that point. So it's very clear from what I see. Like I said, I'm just looking at the video. I have no emotions in this. I have no dog in the fight. I'm not like a hardcore left or hardcore right, okay? I'm just looking at the video. Looking at the curve of this wheel, it is not turned yet, okay? And she's already moved a few feet, and he's in front. He's drawn his weapon. Now you see the shape of the tires changing. So she's turning. She's already gone straight at him, moved multiple feet, spun out. He probably heard the engine revving, and so did the other officer. And now, as she's basically hitting him, now she's turning right. So she turns right. Yep. So she's going past him, you know, hitting him, turning right. And then you'll see somewhere in there, watch his legs. Somewhere in there, you see, that's where he gets, boom, right there. That's where his legs slide out from underneath him. Not out from underneath him, but, you know, knocks him back. That's when she hits him. Now, remember, she'd already gone straight at him for multiple feet before she started to turn the wheel. So they would have the engine revving. We already saw the wheel spinning out. And now we see him, he's getting hit. And we saw that from the other angle, too. And his feet are still sliding. He's bracing himself against the hit. Then he shoots because he just got hit by a vehicle that was coming straight at him. Now, it came straight at him and then turned as it hit him, which we saw by looking at the wheels. And then we don't need to watch them fire multiple times and all that stuff. Now, let's go back a little bit faster. So that wheel spins out. Watch. Boom. 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 Only the front tire is spinning out. And that's because traction control is losing traction on that wheel. Now, you guys are going to say, well, maybe it's just, you know, something else. Like maybe that one wheel spun out. Clearly, she